I put me a set in right there yesterday. Everything's starting to freeze already overnight. It snowed some. I found this roadkill squirrel, and I dipped his arm there in Bluegrass Trappers. I think it's called coyote cocaine. I dipped his arm in it because I put a blind set right in there, and there's this giant hole. I'm not sure if it's a groundhog hole or not, but excuse me a second. Can't be visible from the air, so I'll shove that up in there. They've been using this trail. I could really tell it yesterday, but I'm not sure. Bobcat comes by, he'll check that out, and about anything else, I guess, so we'll see. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. We had a little narrow trail. All this is beat down, wide open. I don't know if something's down in that hole. I hope it's not a skunk. I'm still not sure. Coon? I'll pull it out. Well, I'm trapping in shorts. So I didn't have my coat. Now my shirt's down in that hole and I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go get my catch pole. We'll get rid of this one. It's dadgum house cat again. I think that was a job. We sure did let it loose. There's the trap right there. And it run in the hole. With my shirt. This thing's crazy ahead of time. I wished I'd have filmed that. I didn't think it'd be that hard. Whew. Probably have to reset it tomorrow if I can get my shirt back here. I've got more shirts, but I don't want it in my trap set. I added a white rock and made that stand out. It went in the hole just like I figured a cat would. I'm gonna throw in 2 more traps right here around this and build that all back up the way it was. Yep, I'm shirtless. Got my shirt back. That is an evil son of a gun. Oh man. Brand new House Outdoors shirt with some wounds on it. And some cat slobbers. That one there is probably very wild. That cat was tough to let go. He even had to hold the camera once, but I didn't get to turn it on. Tore that shirt up. Whew. He's down in this hole somewhere. He comes out of there, it's gonna be about like a bobcat. He went after that squirrel I put in there. Good Lord, that's a deep hole. I hear him growling. Man, I'd like to reset this. Whew. We'll give him some time. I redid it. That's the way she looked before. And I got an exposed pan right there. I don't normally do that, but I don't have any dirt with me. He's still in there. He can go that way. He's smart. Whew, I'll bait it up again tomorrow. studying this trapping thing. I've been studying this trapping thing for years, but really studying today. I only got one set out, and that's all it has been out for over a month. Got a camera on it, got lazy, figured I'd trap with a camera, you know. But it's right there close. I'm trying to catch some coons and possums that have been trying to get under the cabin, and bobcats ignored it, 2 of them, raccoons, possums, they ignored it. Some of them went in it. I didn't catch them. Went right down in it. One coon in particular, I call that my trash dump set, by the way. That's where I learned that trick with the spray can cat. He took my long call lure out from underneath that rock, and believe you me, that was not an easy task. I had that sucker in there. He took the sheep's wool out of it. I couldn't find it. And Trapper Jay's long call. And he turned that cap upside down and shoved it down in that hole like he was making fun of me. Raccoon made a fool of me. And I giggled. I got some video of it here I can show you. But I added another trap, and I got to thinking, sometimes you got to go back to basics. They got a belly full of deer meat right now. Me and Jared, we was talking, and with a belly full, it's hard to catch them. You hear a lot of trappers talk about that. It was rifle season. There's dead deer everywhere. There's gut piles everywhere. You got to get their curiosity. That's why I put a Ziploc bag right there. You think a coyote ain't seen a Ziploc bag before, you wrong. It's got a rock in it and some scent up under it. The deer don't like it. Even the deer come to look at it. I figured you got to either, and I tried to explain this to Jared. Once you get their curiosity, you gotta make them hungry, or horny, or piss them off. If you can be one of them 3 things, you'll catch them. We'll see. Well, I come in here yesterday because I got tired of possums stealing my bait. I put some of Bluegrass Trapper's bait in there, and I mean a bunch of her, and I added another trap. And we got a possum, and he set off all 3 traps, and he's in 2 of them. Let's see. He's too little. So that one's going away from the cabin. We'll let you know if we get possum from here. But I do tend to catch more predators after I catch a possum for some reason. Yeah, the old silver fox. Looks like he's pretty good size, maybe. You sure tore up a nice set, bub. Yeah. I believe I'll keep him, make some buckskin out of this one. We hunt here, so we want the eggs for the turkeys and stuff. Gotta reset it. Something killed a rabbit right here. Not too awful far from one of my traps, but if I put a trap right here, I'm guaranteed to catch a house dog, and I don't want that again. What's it been now, a week back? Something like that. I've caught 2 possums. Not looking too good, and neither's the weather. We'll see. Alright, we told you we put that blind set. Where is it? I can't even find it. Right there. Alright. We made our trail narrow again. with a log and some grass. That's the way it was before. They're coming up the hill and threw that back in yonder to get down in that hole. And I took a cable and tied it off to this log. I was worried about a stake because they almost pulled that last one. And that cable comes down through this grass I put there and up over this log and underneath that grass right there. And I've got a Duke 1.5 right there. That way we can catch whatever it is. And up in that hole's bigger than it looks on camera. I can assure you that. My shoulders will fit in there. I'm gonna put some of Mark Cottrell's from Cottrell's Hunting and Trapping. I'm gonna put some of his bait in there again. It seems to be working good. Trapper J's worked good too, but I'm changing it up. I'll put some of his Stinky Beaver, Trapper J Stinky Beaver in there. We'll see what we get. Got cold weather coming. They'll like that skunky smell. All right, finished set. Of course, we got one up here too. We put that limestone. I'm not allowed to do T-bone sets here. That's considered exposed bait. So I put that limestone rock so it'll be white from a long ways. But that's how I found this. It was a little narrow trail going down into what looked like a hole, but there's no hole really until you turn. And I also added my stick up in there. I stuck it in the ground so that skunk smell will travel. But we got a trap down in there, got a blind set right there, and it's going to be really scary to drag whatever goes in that hole, but I don't care. It's catching. Very cool natural cover. All right, this was just a blind set. Every year, a couple times a year, that giant bobcat I can't seem to catch. He'll come under that fence right in here, and there's a trail coming up through. So I figured a blind set would catch him. And it's been there for a week or so. I ain't caught anything. Got a hollow log right there, if you can see it. I thought, boy, that'd be a good one to put in another set. I grabbed a hold of it, and it's pretty well in the ground, about 8 feet long. I throwed some bait up in it. So it's no longer just a blind set, but the trap's, I don't know, 25 inches away from it, but they're going to use that trail. Hey y'all, it's my second time trying to film this. I'm having GoPro troubles, but this is one of my trap sets. I had to put this here, or I felt I had to put this here, because something tried to dig me out from the side, and I was just blocking him a little bit, and I angled it. But it got me to thinking about P-posts, and this is not a P-post set. It's a double dirt hole. There's one there, and there's one there. I was watching Montana Wolf Trapper this morning, and he did a kickback. That's where a coyote or a dog, y'all have seen dogs before, they'll pee on something and then they'll scratch their feet, or they'll poop and they'll scratch them feet. But it's been my experience, the bigger the dog, the further away they do that kickback. They don't do it right on top of where they're at, not always. So I started watching coyotes. This was a long time ago. It was kind of an eye-opening moment for me to get back to my basics. I'm gonna go 5 feet away, and I scratched that ground up really good. I just took my boot and I scratched it up, right? I'm not putting a trap there. That is a kickback to that set, okay? And this is mostly to show you guys, but I also want to see what the coyotes do, because like I said, that's not a P-post, okay? I made this lure, and it's very liquidy, last year from a very fresh, very black coyote turd. We saw him on camera the night before, and I went out and picked these turds up, and we was beaver trapping the next day, and I put D-pad in it. A lot of lure makers don't use D-pad. I think there ought to be just a D-pad scent for kickbacks, and I'm rubbing that everywhere. And I think my GoPro's screwing up again. I hope y'all see this. Okay, forgive the wind, but there's my kickback, and about 5-6 feet away is my set. I've always done this when I did this, I haven't done it in a long time, with a P-post. This is a double dirt hole, but I put that stick there. It makes me curious. And I rubbed my D-pad scent. Well, it's D-pad and coyote turd. I wished it was just D-pad. Put it right there. No trap set. We're gonna see what happens. Stick with me, and I'm very eager to see what Montana Wolf Trapper says back to me on that comment, and I'll post it if he does. Yo, I'm not trapping hard stuff. I'm keeping it on flat ground. I did not set on sign. I'm setting in places I was successful before, and I'm doing that because my back is killing me. And I'm going to the doctor. I've been to the doctor. I'm going through a lot with my back, and it's just driving me nuts that I can't walk for miles like I did. But I can trap. By damn, I'm out here. Hallelujah. But I just put the old possum that I caught. I put his carcass after I skinned him in that big hole back yonder. And I decided to hang the bag up, way up. I bent that sapling. That's got to be 9 feet. I bent it over and tied that bag to it because they hunt over there, way over there. That's just thick. There's places I can't even get through. It's so thick, and it does that all the way down. If a bobcat comes up and he's walking that ridge or hunting this brush, curiosity. It's the only way I've ever found to call an animal to your set. Is curiosity. I haven't found much smell that can do it, especially in the cold, but curiosity will. And what I got here is a blind set to my right, about 15 yards, and I've got a foothold set down this way. I think it's one of my 597 sets. I don't know, 40, 50 yards away down that way. I don't want to spook a coyote. They see trash all the time. But that thing is blowing in the wind, and hopefully it'll help. We're gonna see. I had to get in the truck, y'all. I can't take it. I bet that temperature's dropped 30 degrees just suddenly. Before I get the truck started to warm up here, I'd like to know what y'all think in the comments down below, because I ain't got nothing cool to show you right now. I just ain't been, I can do this. I can do this. I know what I'm doing, but I'm not doing it right, and I know that. I'm just getting out in the outdoors to prove I can still do it, and I'm trying to stay on flat, easy ground, because my back feels like it's just right on the edge of just, it's painful, y'all. I'm having to drag my legs out of bed, and I don't want something bad to happen 2 ridges over down deep in the rock cliffs or something. I don't want that for anybody. And y'all let me know in the comments below what you think about them kickbacks. And I got to thinking about that poop being in there might not be a good thing, but we're going to find out. I just wish it was all D-pad, because that's what they leave when they do a kickback. Give me your thoughts, because I love learning, and I'm not right about everything. We'd like to thank you for coming to Outdoors. We love you. Always share your fire.